trying on all the clothes I've sewn since I got my sewing machine for Christmas. For quite a while now, I have been wanting to pick up sewing as a hobby. So for Christmas, I asked for a sewing machine and I got the Brother SE700. Since getting that, I have made a lot of fun things for my wardrobe. Prior to getting a sewing machine, I already had a very basic level of sewing. I knew how to operate the machines, I knew different types of stitches to use, and I knew slightly how to put things together, but I had never gone really past like the basics of sewing. After getting the machine, I have really gone to work and I've learned a lot in the last year. I've made a lot of pants, I've made a lot of skirts, and I've made a lot of tops, and it's been really fun. So today we are going to try on everything I've made so far. The very first thing I made when I got my sewing machine was this top. A little spin. This is a halter top I made using an old shirt that I had. Here's a picture of it. It was not cute, but it did have a lot of fabric, so I wanted to use that to try and make it into a more fun going out top. It is very clear that this was my first sewing project, but for it being my first project, I am pretty pleased with how it turned out. It's double lined, and then I used a dart too to have it fit my cup a bit more. And then I put a little elastic in the back so it would fit pretty well. The only thing I would change is I think that the cups could be a little bit better. I think I want to go back and refine the shape of this a little bit and add a top stitching just so it sits a little bit flatter. I also want to get the top angle right here where the strap meets. I want that to sit a little flatter so it looks more uniform instead of two separate trunks. But overall, for this being my first top I've made, I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I've worn it quite a few times. It's very fun going out top, super fun to wear on a night out in New York, and I absolutely am so pleased for it being my first project with how it turned out. The next piece I made was this matching set. A little spin. I used an old skirt from Zara and an old pair of linen pants from Abercrombie that had a hole in them so I couldn't wear them anymore to make this. I am absolutely obsessed with how both the pieces turned out. I think the shirt especially turned out so good. I feel like it's a real upgrade from the black top that I just tried on. It's pieced together with a button in the back that came with the skirt originally, so I feel like it's a good ode to what it originally was. I'm absolutely so pleased with how this turned out. I feel like the construction is really professional. It looks really good. Whenever I wear it out, a lot of people ask me where I bought it from, and I get to say, I made it. And I think it pairs really well with the skirt too, which was really hard to make, but really, really fun and very unique. It took me forever to cut out all the squares, and I had to be really precise with it when lining it up to an old skirt to kind of fit the pattern piece because I was running out of fabric. So there's some of them where it's literally cut just to be the size, so it fit perfectly. I also love the detailing at the bottom where it has the flower pattern as like a little bottom hem. I'm especially proud with the construction of the skirt because the inside I have a little short lining, so I was able to use the short lining and the skirt and attach an invisible zipper to both. This was a very useful skill to learn pretty early on because I have used it in quite a few other projects. My favorite part is that I really get 3 outfits out of this. I can wear the top with jeans, I can wear the skirt alone with other pieces, or I can wear them together and it kind of looks like a little dress. And I think it's super fun. It's really cute for summer and it's totally unique, which is my favorite thing. No one else is going to have anything like this. The next item I made was a pair of Lane pants by Sydney Graham. This was my first time ever making pants, and I have to say, I am so impressed with how they turned out. This was a real labor of love. It took quite a while to make them. I constructed them, I unconstructed them, went over, redid things, but overall, in the end, I am very pleased with how it turned out. I feel like the Lane pant is a really good beginner-friendly pant because the instructions are really clearly written out and there are a lot of tutorials online. She has a video that you can follow that'll take you through each step in making them. But one thing I do agree with a lot of people say is that they are very big. So definitely look at like the sizing and the finished sizing to try and figure yours out. So I normally wear in jeans like 10 to 12, sometimes even up to a 14 in pants. And for this, I ended up making between a 6 and a 7 for my sizing. When I made the size 10, I wore them out for a day and it was just way too big, like so huge, especially in the back, that I ended up taking them apart the minute I got home because I just knew I wouldn't be able to wear them. But overall, I love how the pants turned out. I learned a lot of skills like adding pockets to it, all the different kind of stitches that go with it, and I highly recommend doing it. And it's a good pattern to just have on hand because I use the pattern a lot whenever I need to make shorts to add into my skirts, which I've done quite a few times now. The next item I made was another little mini skirt. This was my first time making something that had a bit of a lower rise, so it was a bit of a challenge to kind of get the fitting right, especially since I don't own anything that has this rise. In the end, I ended up putting 2 darts in the back, and that really helped bring it in and get it to sit right and fit really well. And I'm glad I did the darts over doing an elastic. I feel like it just sits a little bit cleaner as opposed to an elastic, which kind of bunches up a little bit in the back, which I've done with other skirts before. This also has a little short in it as well. It's not a must-have for anything I make that is mini. I feel like, especially living in New York, no way am I wearing a mini skirt and nothing else out. And I added an invisible zipper too. And I feel like this is probably one of my cleaner invisible zippers. So overall, I absolutely love how this turned out. And next, I'm going to show you the matching top I made to go with it so you can see that. So this is the top I made to go with it. A little spin. It's another halter top, but this time it has an open back. This was a completely self-drafted top. It took a lot of finessing and like finicking with, especially to get the darts in the right spot. But overall, I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I will say, I don't think that this makes the best like matching set. I think that both these pieces together, it looks a little bit too boxy, but I do love each piece on their own. I've worn this top quite a few times with like jeans or jean shorts, and I think that works really well in a set. And then I also love wearing this skirt on its own too. I feel like it works really well with like a little baby doll tee or like a nice little tank top or something like that. But I am very pleased with how both these pieces turned out. It was made using leftover linen fabric from when I made my sister a pair of pants. So in total, it probably is about a yard of fabric each for both of these. So I think it's a good way to use up some extra fabric if you have some left over from another project. And the next piece I made was this midi skirt. This is made using a cotton silk fabric that I got from Mood in the winter. When I first started sewing, I saw this fabric at Mood and was absolutely obsessed with it. I was like, I need this. I need to make so many things with it. It's so beautiful. I love the pattern. I love the fabric. It's so soft and so luxurious, and it is amazing. I cannot stop talking about this fabric. The fabric is super lightweight. It's really breathable. It's really good for hot summer days. I want to wear it all the time. For this, I used a dress I had that was a similar silhouette to what I wanted to get from this skirt. And overall, I am very pleased with how it turned out. At first, it was like a little big, and right now I have it pinned because I'm trying to decide how exactly it is I want to go about fixing it. I don't think I want to take the fabric and like sew it in. I might add like a little tie or something here that can cinch it in. That way, if I want to wear it higher, I can wear it higher. And then if I want to wear it lower, I can adjust it to fit to a lower waist. So if you've done anything like that and have any good ideas for how I can go about doing that, please let me know, because as of right now, it is just safety pinned. But overall, this is probably my favorite piece I've made. It was relatively simple, and it's just so beautiful and so nice. I actually have leftover fabric for this. I think I have like at least 2 more yards. So if you have any good ideas for what I can do, I think I want to make like a little mini dress to wear. Share your favorite patterns with me. And the last thing I made myself is yet another pair of Layton pants. This is my 3rd time making the pant, and I am very pleased with how these ones turned out. This time I used a lightweight cotton fabric that I got from the Brooklyn General Store, and the fabric is by the brand Fabulism, and it is super lightweight, super breathable, very airy, which is exactly what I wanted for a summer pant. I work at a chocolate factory in Brooklyn, and I have quite a long walk from the subway to the factory. So I wanted a pant that was going to be really lightweight, but still something that I can wear to work and around the factory. Our dress code's pretty lax, so I don't have to be in like business clothes or anything. But I do want to wear pants while I'm in there. So this was a great middle ground for that. And for this one, I opted to go with a mid-rise. I lowered the waistband by about 3 inches to make this. I definitely like this fit a lot more. I feel like it's a little bit more flattering, and I think just looks a little bit better, especially when I'm wearing it with just like a little baby tee or something. So overall, I'm very pleased with how these ones turned out. I've worn them quite a few times so far since making them, and I'm very pleased with the result. So that is everything I've made since I started sewing this year. It's been a lot of fun. It's been really exciting to make a wardrobe that is completely unique to me and also very curated to exactly what my taste is. I'm excited to continue growing my skill set. I think sewing is so fun. It's a really fun way to express myself and to learn a new and technical skill set. Thank you so much for watching the video. I am trying to post 1 video a week, so subscribe if you want to see what I make next. I also post videos on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, so follow me there too. Those are all linked in the description down below. And if you have any fun pattern recommendations that I should make next, leave them in the comments so I can check them out. And if you also make sewing stuff, let me know so I can follow along too. Have a nice day. Bye.